My name is Jackson Mitchell. I am an aspiring artist. I run a studio out in Meriden, Connecticut. The genres of music I listen to are mostly hip hop, jazz, and soul. Something that resonates with me with those are their very powerful black genres of music. But I'll also listen to a lot of rock and alternative stuff if need be, because my taste varies. I started off listening to a lot of R&B singers, courtesy to my mother. I was born and raised with a lot of R&B singers, but also I was born and raised on hip hop too. So like Jay-Z is one of them I keep mentioning, and Big Pun were very much like already intapped in me when I was a young kid. But as music taste grows, I was young, so nursery rhymes have to be there. It's a sort of music. But I would say going into middle school, I really I fell in love with there's this music genre called nerdcore, which I don't really talk about often because it doesn't really come up. But nerdcore is basically taking stuff from pop culture like video games, movies, comic books, and just rapping about them. I really fell in love with that because I am still a gamer at heart and still growing up. That was a real push into like, oh, you can actually make music out of anything. So that was really cool. Haven't listened to a lot then, but growing up, I loved a lot of people who were doing that. There's too much to name, aka don't really remember a lot of people, because when I got to high school, it really started to pick up like who I would listen to. You got old classical stuff that I had to take for music theory classes. We had some new age techno hip hop with dance of techno or dubstep in there. We got some old classical rock, dad rock, prog rock, alt rock, grunge. All these different types of genres just kind of snowballed during the 4 years I was in high school, and kind of crafted that who I would be today. I would say probably the biggest thing going into high school was finding out that I really liked jazz. Jazz was really, really a good part of me, especially now that I work with mostly hip hop inspired artists. Jazz is always and will always be the founding steps to hip hop. There's a lot of different genres that I've not even heard about yet, but on social media, and granted, it's a really cool place that you get to find artists doing typical things in an unorthodox fashion. Like you would find these black teenagers from Tennessee making hyperpop tech music, or some Southerners from like England or something making hardcore hip hop. Like there's a lot of genre bending and just genre melting when it comes to multiple different things, especially if you just keep adding onto stuff, because that will be a new genre in itself one day. But hopefully we can find some stuff that's a mix of all of those. My go-to music is more calming, so I would either put on more Marvin Gaye than like some rock band like Metallica or Sade, other than J. Cole. So it sets the mood for me, especially because I usually try not to just go in immediately. I try to like calm myself in there, get myself into like this mindset of like, okay, this is what we're gonna do now. I usually start with something more calm. I've been playing the drums since I was 7 years old, and I've never gotten tired of it. I've played all throughout school, played throughout high school. I was in the jazz band, which ignited my love for jazz. And now we have ourselves a little electric drum kit to hold me over until I get to play a real one again. But I also am a singer. I've done multiple songs with different people, either producers or artists themselves. I've rapped, I've sung, I've done choruses, I've done hooks. Whatever they need me for, I'm their guy. If I had to sing or if I had to play an instrument, I think I would rather pick to sing, not because I don't like instruments as much. I love them, but something is brought out of me when I perform, especially music, like lyrical music, that it's like it's too real. It's real to me because it's my words. I'm saying it to a crowd or to somebody. So It's a much more real experience if I sing. I think not only just because I'm usually with myself, I usually write alone, I usually produce, engineer, all these different stuff alone, but I would rather listen to music alone also, yes. Not because I don't like the audience there listening to something. No, I love that. There's something more personal to me having to listen to music alone. Like I get every detail, every lyric, every chord that's played, every synth that's synthesizing, every uh, background singer singing something. I pick up on multiple things where if I'm with somebody, it will be kind of hard for me to like explain how much I love something to them, especially if it's like an intricate song. They're like, oh, I don't like. It's cool. Just like I don't get it. That's fine, but I would rather just listen it to myself. Music resonates with me like how a painter needs to paint. It's this untold, unspoken feeling where an artist must create. But for me, it's more grounded into reality. Like, this is tangible. Something can be made out of this. Like, you could use it to lift up voices. You could use it to hype people up. You can use it to lift people's feelings. It's a very intricate thing, and we've had music for centuries, ever since we became humans. Like, music has always been there. So knowing that I'm able to do it has always gotten to my heart that I can actually do something in this life. Headz Up Entertainment was this amalgamation that we wanted to do to bring different types of art forms, either that being music, painting, writing, drawing, to one space so they can all like coexist together. I've always been an advocate to be multi-fascinated with different art type of things. So giving the chance to have musicians and artists and all these different people that want to try something new, that we have a space for that. When I was younger, I'd never thought I would be able to run my own like production company. I've always thought I was just going to be a musician or an artist living life as it is. But given this chance, it's really opened my eyes to the possibilities of working with different people, kids, adults, all types of creatives, to be in one space and to actually have them grow as creatives throughout the time. I grew up in a sports family, either basketball, football, baseball. So sports was always around me, but I knew that wasn't my calling growing up. It was always going to be music. So having to deal with the fact that like, oh, am I going to let my family down that I'm not an athlete, or oh, are they not even gonna like me doing my music? It was really mentally straining growing up. But throughout, it was years, it was a long time. Throughout that time, I finally figured out to myself, like, hey, they want this for me. They're going to support me. They're going to like do whatever it takes to get me through it. So on the mental health aspect, it's really going to be daunting at sometimes. But I say we push through it as much as we can, because the finish line is always beautiful. I see Headz Up Entertainment going through leaps and bounds, making it across the country and hopefully even to the world, just to spread the message like, hey, you got this. Like, you are a creative. We have this space to let yourself be who you want to be. So I really want that to be the main thing to be out of this, to let everyone know that you have the chance to be something. Well, you can find us at the website ballheadsct.com. We've been running that website for many years now, but you can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and any type of social media. We run music production classes and audio engineering classes now, and we're trying to get more youth involved. Say, if the youth wants to make music, we'll give them the chance to make that music. You can find us on Instagram at ballhead77. You can also find me on Instagram under I am Jackson. We do music production classes and audio engineering classes. If you want to learn more, go to ballheadsct.com. Hope to see you there.